Hello and welcome to another session with me. I am Sayukta Saxena, certified Zentangle teacher, and we have been running this series on ornate frames or tangle frames, right? So in this session, I'll be working on a heart-shaped paper. You can see I have done some groundwork, picked up a picture and cut it into heart shape and then cut another piece of good quality paper, right? With some gap at some distance, such as creating a border so that it creates a border around my picture, right? I have cut out that paper in the same shape, in a heart shape, right? And now I am going to be working on this paper. Yeah, so let us get started. I am now going to first give this heart shape an outline. I am using my Identity pen here, which is a marker pen, just because it is thick enough and in one go I can give a thick border. Yeah, that's the only reason. You can also use your normal micron pens and repeat the lines to give a thick border. That's okay. Yeah, so just repeating the border. You can see I have already given an outer outline with my black pen. Yeah, so done with that, and that's all the work of this Identity pen. Now I'm going to pick up my normal uh, pen. First the PN Burgundy, right? I'm now going to add a mix of tangles, probably 2 or 3 tangles. So starting first with tangle Diva Dance. So I'm going to start with Diva Dance Rock and Roll here. So the tangles that I'm going to be using here would be Diva Dance, a touch of Bronx Cheer, or probably considerable portions of Bronx Cheer, and in between I would like to insert some Enzippel also. So let's see how it works out. Yeah, so I've started with Diva Dance Rock and Roll here, and same principle of auraing and adding hums. Yeah, so you can either add hums first or you can add it later. Both ways it's okay. For example, you can draw and add like this and then go back to adding the hump later. Yeah, so both ways it is okay. So I'm now going to go back and add those humps. So aura closely, auraing being a very integral part of this tangle. Yeah, so now you can go back to these spaces and add the humps. Both ways it is fine, or you can add at the same time. Yeah, so just going back and filling in those humps. Just in case you are new to the pattern Diva dance, you can refer to my earlier videos. I have a whole series dedicated to the pattern Diva dance, about 4 to 5 sessions, where we have tried different versions of Diva dance. So you might want to watch it. So I'm just using that pattern here. So it looks like a flower but involves simple auraing. Yeah, I hope you realize that. So So just take it easy, go with the flow, just mimic the shape, add humps here and there, ink the humps nicely, yeah, aura closely, yeah. So that's our diva dance. I'm now going to switch my pen to a Micron PN black and again add the Bronx chair tangulation, which looks just like a flower, yeah. So we have already learned this pattern also. So drawing Bronx chair just like a flower, filling in small little places left in between, at the same time adding some weight here and there, which looks nice, yeah. So again, kind of hidden look. I'm not drawing complete petals here because they are kind of hidden behind each other. So you can first draw the petals and then add some weighing here and there, some inking, some rounding, whatever you want to call, yeah. So this version of Bronx chair is really interesting, looks really beautiful on shading. That's why I thought of clubbing it with my diva dance. So it's pretty simple to draw, just a U shape, nothing else, yeah. Probably going to draw some here, extend, yeah. And then I'm going to be adding some weights here and there, just as I showed you. Wherever there is a joint, you can always add some weight like this, a little, not much, yeah. So gives that additional character, yeah. And then we can again start with our diva dance. You can also add some other Bronx chairs like these, the traditional Bronx chairs, the way they are originally drawn would look nice, yeah. So I'm going to be leaving some space and then start with my again second diva dance rock and roll, yeah. Again started with a printum kind of shape and then going around, adding close auras, inking in the humps at the same time, or you can come back and do it as I showed you already, yeah. So just start auraing, so I thought these two tangles together would make a beautiful combination. There are so many ideas. Each of the tangle can be placed as a border or a frame. So you have unlimited options. It's just about something looking more impressive than some other tangle, which probably looks better not as a frame but as something else, as a standalone or on a tile, yeah. So it's just about choosing the right ones for your frames. But again, all tangles can be somehow used, so you can have an assorted group of tangles for your frames I have made couple of them like that also, where I have used multiple tangles together to form a frame. Yeah, so it's entirely up to you. How do you want to go about? These are just a few ideas so that you can explore more. If you want to draw along, good. If you want to just take the idea and then work on it and create something of your own, even better. Yeah, so just enjoy the process, just enjoy the making. Yeah, so I'm now going to stop here and probably add some bronze chair, or we'll see if we want to fit in some enzeppel here and there. So I'm going to fit in some the usual bronze chairs here. Yeah, so drawing an orb and filling it in, but not the complete thing. And there is a catch in the filling also. I'm not filling it completely, I'm just leaving some gaps so that you can differentiate these orbs from each other. Yeah, so small little catch. Or if you are not able to do that with your hands, then you can always use a jelly roll and outline these small orbs with the O8 and they will pop up. Yeah, so just filling in small spaces with these bronze chairs, which I think will add more to the look of the frame. Yeah, so going to add one more aura here. Yeah, and then I'm going to again add a bronze chair. So switching pens, again starting with the bronze chair. So I'm going to show you one more closely, you can have a look. So just drawing these petal shapes, half petal shapes, not complete, over each other. Yeah, so very simple pattern to draw and a nice variation to the usual bronze chair. As I told you, you'll see the look when we shade it. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, so again we can add some enzeppel here, probably few lines. I'm using my Micron 01. Let us see. I'm also experimenting here. Yeah, so I think probably it might look nice, so let us try it out. So I'm now going to retrace the inner space or retrace these lines like this. Right, the inner section that is created, I'm just auraing it closely. So retracing the lines, rounding the corners, not going up to the corners. So this is the tangle pattern in Zeppel. Again, Zentangle original. Yeah, so this is how it looks like. So let us now add some more bronze chairs here and there. And I'm now going to start with my next Diva dance. Yeah, so I'm going to continue in the same fashion. So I have done the same exercise throughout, adding the same combination of tangles, and now some little space is left for the bronze shears. So I am going to fill it in. With these round bronze shears as they are originally drawn. Like a bunch of grapes or something, yeah. So take your time and draw at your own pace, like I do, and that's why I have to pause the video. Yeah, so take your time and just draw these beautiful combination of two tangles with some enzeple in between. And small little spaces left here and there. You can add bronze shears, you can add enzeple, you can add flux, any other pattern. You can just add simple tipples, that's okay. Just choose your go-to tangles as fillers. Yeah. So almost done here. We'll add some rounding to my bronze shears now before we move on to shading. Yeah, so this is how it looks like, and I'm going to now add a little rounding to these three of my bronze shears. So just a simple exercise, adding some weight here and there to add some boldness, darkness, generally at intersections where two petals are intersecting. So I'm just inking that area black just to add some effect of the leaves going under each other probably. Yeah, it's not much, just a little. Yeah, and then this one. Wherever you find little bit spaces, just round it. Yeah, yeah, and the last one in the same fashion. Small little spaces here and there, just take the time to round them off. Adds a nice character to your bronze shears. Yeah, I think that's about it. Let us move to shading now. Yeah, so as I told you, I'm just going to shade on one side. So I will start from one side and just add graphite on one side. for both these tangles, right? So one standard shading, just going to darken one side. So you can always choose to shade it differently, entirely up to you how you want to go about it. You can shade the two different angles in two different ways, that's also possible. So some graphite on one side, and then we'll blend it and bring it to the half and highlight the other part here. Almost done there. Yeah, so let us now blend. So I'm just going to bring this graphite towards the center, simple exercise, about the center but not beyond, because the second half I want to highlight. Yeah, so just blend the graphite, flip towards the center. Yeah, you can see the high and low effect already. So on the last two, almost done here, blending the graphite. Just with a soft hand, pull the graphite from the edges towards the center. Yeah, and the last one, soft circular motion. Just bring it towards the center. Yeah, so done with that, you can add some on the edges here. No need to get into shading your ensemble individually because they are pretty small. Yeah, so just adding some graphite where you see traces of ensemble so that it doesn't look absolutely white. Just a touch. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, and now moving on to our white chalk. Yeah, so I'm now going to use my chalk pencil and rub it really hard on the other side. Yeah, so this is again optional. If you want to do it, if you don't want to do it, it's okay both ways, but yes, it will just enhance the contrast. Yeah, it's already high and low here, but the chalk will enhance it more. So just consider adding the chalk on the other side where you have not added the graphite. Yeah. And the last one. Yeah, so I'm now going to just brush off the excess, smoothen it a little, yeah, with a different Totolon. Pick up a different blending stump and just brush off the excess, even it out. Yeah, I think we are done. That's our frame for today. Yeah, isn't it pretty? Simple tangles, and what a beautiful look. And here's my photograph, which I'm going to stick little later. Yeah, so that's our session for today, and we'll meet again with another news and tangle ornate frame idea. Yeah, till then, have a good time. Bye bye.